Could President Biden's current struggles be the iceberg that sinks his re-election ship? As we stand today, President Biden is facing a multitude of challenges that have the potential to derail his re-election bid. The American economy, once robust and bustling, has hit a slow patch. Growth rates have tapered off, and the economic engine seems to be losing steam. This economic slowdown is a grave concern, not just for the Biden administration, but for the everyday American who is feeling the pinch in their pocket. Adding fuel to the fire, inflation is high. Prices of goods and services are soaring, making it harder for Americans to make ends meet. Inflation is not just a number on a financial report, it's a harsh reality that is eating into people's paychecks, making life increasingly difficult for the average citizen. And then there's the matter of President Biden's approval ratings. They're low, and that's putting it mildly. With each passing day, the number of Americans who disapprove of the job he's doing seems to be growing. This is a worrying sign for any incumbent, let alone a president seeking re-election. A political analyst encapsulates this situation perfectly. Biden is facing a perfect storm of challenges. The economy is not doing well, inflation is eating into people's paychecks, and his approval ratings are in the tank. If he can't turn things around quickly, he's in serious trouble. These are not just challenges, these are critical issues that have the potential to decide the fate of the next election. They are the kind of issues that can make or break a presidency. If President Biden cannot quickly turn the tides, his re-election bid could be in serious jeopardy. The clock is ticking and the pressure is mounting. Will President Biden be able to navigate these choppy waters and steer his re-election ship to safe harbor? Only time will tell. Legal woes aside, could we be witnessing a Trump comeback in the making? In the world of politics, things are never static. Just as the tide ebbs and flows, so too do the fortunes of political personalities. One such figure who seems to surge against the current is none other than former President Donald Trump. Despite his legal challenges, Trump's popularity among the GOP base has not waned. His charisma and direct approach continue to resonate with his supporters, a testament to his enduring appeal. To them, Trump is a symbol of defiance against the establishment, a leader unafraid to speak his mind and fight for what he believes in. Trump rallies are still a spectacle to behold. They draw in crowds by the thousands, a sea of red hats and fervent cheers, a phenomena that is as mystifying as it is fascinating. These gatherings not only serve as a testament to Trump's popularity, but also a stark reminder of his influence within the GOP. To get a sense of this unwavering support, let's hear from a Trump supporter. "I stand by Trump. He's the only one who can fix this country. He's not afraid to challenge the status quo, and he's not scared of the establishment. He's our voice." Trump's ability to rally his base is not just about charisma or spectacle, though. It's about a connection, a shared sense of purpose, and a belief that he represents their interests and values. This is what makes him a formidable contender, despite the legal challenges and the emergence of potential rivals in the Republican field. But what does this mean for the 2024 presidential race? While it's still too early to tell, one thing is clear. Trump's influence on the GOP is far from waning. His enduring popularity and ability to galvanize his base are factors that cannot be dismissed. Despite numerous challenges, Trump's grip on the GOP base remains strong. This comeback, as some might call it, is shaping up to be a crucial factor in the run-up to the 2024 elections. The Trump wave, it seems, is far from over. Is Nikki Haley the dark horse who could shake up the 2024 presidential race? As we delve into the dynamics of the upcoming election, a new name is gaining traction among the Republican ranks. Nikki Haley, the former governor of South Carolina and U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, is emerging as a potential challenger to Donald Trump. Haley's appeal stretches across the aisle, reaching out to moderate Republicans seeking an alternative to Trump's polarizing rhetoric. She represents a shift in the political landscape, a move towards a more balanced, diplomatic approach that could potentially bridge the widening divide within the party. A political analyst weighs in on Haley's rising prominence. Nikki Haley is a rising star in the Republican Party. Her intelligence, experience, and strong foreign policy background set her apart in a heavily contested race. She's not just a fresh face, she carries with her a wealth of knowledge and a proven track record that speaks volumes about her capabilities. Haley's appeal isn't limited to her party affiliations or her impressive resume. She brings a dash of diversity to the table, being the daughter of Indian immigrants. This unique perspective gives her an edge, making her relatable to a broader demographic, an asset that could be crucial in a country that's becoming increasingly diverse. Her stance on critical issues such as immigration reform, healthcare, and climate change has resonated with many, striking a chord with voters who value pragmatic solutions over political posturing. Haley's ability to articulate her views clearly and convincingly further bolsters her appeal, making her a formidable contender in the race. As the 2024 election looms, Haley's potential candidacy is adding a fresh twist to the narrative. Her emergence as a potential challenger to Trump could be a game-changer, shaking up the status quo and introducing a new dynamic to the race. With her intelligence, experience, and strong foreign policy background, Haley could be a formidable contender. As we continue to watch the race unfold, one thing is clear: the 2024 presidential election is set to be one of the most exciting and unpredictable in recent history. Is Governor Ron DeSantis the conservative champion the GOP has been waiting for? As we delve into the 2024 U.S. presidential election, one name seems to be gaining momentum in the Republican primary: Ron DeSantis. The Florida governor is not just a rising star, he's a comet in the political sky, attracting the admiration of conservatives across the nation. DeSantis has been at the helm of Florida's affairs since January 2019 and has earned a reputation as a strong leader, unafraid to stand his ground. His handling of the COVID-19 pandemic, although controversial to some, has been widely praised in conservative circles. He took a stand, prioritizing the economy and personal freedoms, a move that resonated with many in the Sunshine State and beyond. But it's not just about his pandemic response. DeSantis' tenure has been marked by a firm commitment to conservative principles, whether it's cracking down on rioting or defending Second Amendment rights. His popularity among conservatives is not just about his policies, but his willingness to fight for them, a quality that has drawn comparisons to former President Trump. Here's what one DeSantis supporter had to say: DeSantis is a strong leader. He's not afraid to stand up for what he believes in, and he's not afraid to take on the left. I think he would make a great president. In a political landscape that's often marked by flip-flopping and compromise, DeSantis' unwavering stance on key issues is refreshing to many conservative voters. He's not just seen as a potential challenger to Trump, but a new kind of conservative leader, one who's ready to carry the torch and lead the GOP into a new era. As the 2024 Republican primary heats up, DeSantis is a name to watch. His popularity among conservatives, his strong leadership, and his handling of the COVID-19 pandemic have positioned him as a serious contender for the GOP nomination. DeSantis' strong leadership and willingness to stand up for his beliefs could make him a serious presidential contender. As we inch closer to the 2024 election, it's clear that Governor DeSantis is a force to be reckoned with. As the 2024 U.S. presidential election approaches, one thing is clear: nothing is clear. We find ourselves in a whirlwind of political uncertainty, with no clear front-runner for the upcoming election. Incumbent President Joe Biden's struggles have become apparent. A sluggish economy, high inflation, and plummeting approval ratings pose significant threats to his re-election bid. His ability to weather this perfect storm of challenges remains to be seen. Simultaneously, we're witnessing a potential comeback from former President Donald Trump. Legal troubles aside, the man continues to command a formidable presence within the Republican Party. His ability to draw large crowds and rally his base is undeniable. Yet, will it be enough to secure him the nomination? Adding to the unpredictability, we have potential challengers to Trump's dominance within the Republican Party. Nikki Haley, former governor of South Carolina and U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, is increasingly appealing to moderate Republicans who are looking for an alternative. With her intelligence, experience, and strong foreign policy background, she could potentially sway some of Trump's support. Then there's the DeSantis surge. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is gaining momentum within the Republican primary, particularly among conservatives. His response to the COVID-19 pandemic has earned him praise and could potentially elevate him to a strong presidential candidate. All these factors culminate in a political landscape that is anything but predictable. The 2024 presidential election is shaping up to be a roller coaster ride, with twists and turns that could change the game entirely. It's not just about who's leading in the polls or who has the most vocal supporters. It's about who can navigate the complex and ever-changing political landscape to secure the highest office in the land. With over a year to go and the political landscape constantly shifting, the 2024 presidential race promises to be a close and unpredictable battle.